Hello everyone, this is me from Ralletsnoc's channel, here to bring you guys a deck list of my updated Ralletsnoc deck profile. So yeah, I used this deck back when, I officially used it in a tournament-like place, was a tournament that Ralletsnoc held in our school. And so what happened was back then, a short story, back then around 2011 was it? Around when the Steel Terminal 7 came out in OCG, which is, I think it's called the Start Night or something like that. So yeah, they had that in OCG. I remember it's near the end of the year, so I see those Verse, which is called Evilswarm, and Secret, which is called Constellar right here. And I saw those cards on the list of cards they had for Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. Back then, that's like the prototype for Dev Pro. So I kind of like how the story goes, as in when Constellar and Evilswarm work together to defeat the almighty, what's it called, Sophia. So I was thinking, hey, maybe we can mix those decks. So I mixed them, and it worked quite well. And that's before I get Sombre and Cerisium. So yeah, I got third place in Shafir's Ralletsnoc's tournament. Sorry guys, you guys probably know his real name now. So yeah, I got third place in his tournament, and it's been pretty well. And after that, I've been updating my deck list for this deck, sort of improving it. Now I got better cards. For example, I got more Sombre, I got more Cerisium. So I can, I just updated them and use it against E-Dragon spellbooks, and it works pretty well. So yeah, enough talking. Let's get it started. So yeah, this is my updated version. I still run 3 Heliotrope, and it's basically beater plus summon it out with caster. Caster when this card is normal summon another Evilswarm monster from your hand. So yeah, normal summon this, then normal summon that, go for, I don't know, any rank 4s or, better choice Ophion, and go to get a search. So yeah, other than that, if you got a dead draw with this card in your hand, probably use it as a beater. And the next thing, I kind of had it in order, I kind of like first one, so yeah. Gladys Soldier with the beginning, it works great since we have dark and light monster in my deck. It's better off to run some Chaos monster, for example, Unwave the beginning and Chaos Sorcerer. Unwave the beginning, usually it can make double attack or banish a monster my opponent controls. Plus it's 300 beater, it's really good. I can also use Honest on this and get a 1-trick kill from there. Alright, next, Chaos Sorcerer. It's basically a watered down version of Unwave the beginning. It can only banish card, and that's pretty much it. It's 2300, plus I can, do something with cards with this card later. I'm going to explain it. And well, here's the thing, it changed. I run 1 Constellar Algeli. I added in simplest because that I'm thinking I should add more Constellar cards, so that I don't only have Pollux to do the extra summoning. So yeah, 1 Constellar Alkali and 3 Constellar Chaos. It's basically increase Constellar monster on the field, or 1 Constellar monster on the field level by 1 or decrease by 1. So normal summon Pollux. Pollux is actually the same effect with Caster, but with Constellar. When this card is normal summoned, we can normal summon another Constellar monster in addition to my normal summon or set. So basically I can normal summon this, then normal summon Chaos, increase them level both to 5, because up to twice per turn. Make them both level 5, XYZ summon Constellar Pleiades, which is really nasty if I get out the first turn. So yeah, then, because I'm finally able to get more Sombre. Well, I actually have 3, but right now I still feel that running 2 is more than enough already. So I run 2 Constellar Sombre, which basically normal summon, recycle cards, then normal summon another Constellar monster if I use this effect already. So yeah, that's basically all the Constellar related monster I run. So yeah, next I already talked about this. Caster, it's normal summon under the Evilswarm monster, and there's plenty, so I should get a dead draw with this card in hand. And it's really easy rank 4 plays if I get under the Evilswarm monster. And I run 2 Evilswarm Solution. Like I said, 2 of each are already more than enough. Originally I run 1 and that's really good at that time. Now running 2, it's just getting more powerful. It's same thing with Sombre, only with Evilswarm monster. I don't need to explain the effect because it's the same thing as Sombre. Then next, I run 1 Evilswarm Mandragora. I was planning to run 2, but I'm thinking that, try to balance out the light and darkness monsters, the number of them. I only run 1. And basically, if my opponent controls more monster than I do, I can special summon this card from my hand, so it's really easy rank 4 XYZ monster. Alright. Next, I'm gonna skip ahead. Rescue Rabbit, I only run 1. In the upcoming list, it is going to be 1, but I run 1. I just run 1 since the beginning, because the only target is for Heliotrope, and why would I run 2 Rabbit when there's only, 3 targets? Basically what it does, normal summon, banish it, special summon 2 normal monster from your deck with the same name, and, you can XYZ with them. XYZ into any rank 4s, personally Ophion is the best. And yeah, that's it for the Evilswarm related cards, and oh wait, there's one more for the Constellar. It's Honest. Basically, everybody knows Honest. I don't need to explain this, or else you are just new to this game. And I run 1 Summoner Monk. I only run 1 because I look it over. There's not a lot of spells in this deck, so I only run 1. I normal summon it, change it to defense effect, discard 1 spell card to not target any of those unless I have to. My first target is Violent Prism, so I can go for a Synchro Summon into Stardust and use Prism effect to give it 1000 attack boost, then in damage step. So it's a really good choice, Violent Prism and Monk. If I cannot Synchro Summon, first of all, my opponent have Ophion, I just normal summon as with the same effect, just not Synchro but XYZ. So yeah, really good card. Next, run 2 Tour Guide. No, it's really generic, everybody knows it. Normal summon, get another Tour Guide XYZ into same main, everybody knows it. Then 2 Tragolia. This is kind of risky because I have Ophion on the field, but I only run 1 Ophion. I might not get it out, 1 Ophion on the field, but so if I don't have any Ophion on the field, I can still go for special summon from my hand when I take damage, then maybe steal their monsters. Since monsters these days on the field are mostly level 4s, so I can steal them, discarding 1 level 4 monster from my hand, and then copy level, go for more rank 4 XYZ monsters. And Violent Prism, I already explained it already. Next, 1 Dark Hole, of course, Dark Hole, and 2 Tenki. In the last version I run 3, but I thought of it being overkill because most of the time I just have 3 in my have 3 cards or 2 or more cards in my hand, and I don't need to search for them anymore. So I'm only 2. Plus, in the upcoming format, tanking is semi-limited. So yeah, that's not it. The new format didn't really hurt my deck that much, I can say that. And next, I run 2 Forbidden Dresses. I was thinking of adding using 1 Forbidden Dress and 1 Forbidden Lens, but it seems like I don't really need the lens at all because usually when my opponent activates spell or traps, they either just destroy my cards or destroy my monsters. So I'd rather just use Dress and get less attack losses, because for lens you lose 800 attack. This one loses only 600, and they cannot be targeted. So if I think I knew somebody is going to up, I'm just going to use Forbidden Dress since at the beginning, so it didn't get targeted by other cards. Because here's the thing that nobody actually knows, is that, for example, I activate compose and target your monster. You can chain with forbidden dress, but that monster is still going to be returned back to the hand because it was already targeted. So you guys, you cannot chain dress after your monster being targeted. And next time I run only one infestation pandemic because I only run one Ophion, and if I run two pandemic, that means I need to that means more than enough. I need to use Ophion's effect twice. But if I use its effect twice, I will lose its lockdown effect, which is basically when this card has a expensive material on this card, level 5 or higher monster cannot be special summoned. So I'm thinking only one is enough. Plus I got dresses, which is almost 70 as pandemic. Alright, next thing is Mystical Space Typhoon. I only run one. I'm thinking of running two because the next format, it seems like people are thinking they are going to run more traps. So maybe I'm going to increase MST to 2, taking out one dress or something like that. And I run one Rhoda because I can only run one. I wish I can run two, but yeah, I can only search one. Search for Caster or Pollux. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's basically. Oh, did I explain Tenki? Yeah, so Tenki is basically like Rhoda only for Beast Warriors. So you activate it, search for Kels. Since it's a Beast Warrior type monster in my deck, so yeah. Classic is 100 attack boost to all the Beast Warrior type monster on the field. So that's pretty good. And for traps, I only run 3 at this point, which is basically Bottom Strap Hole, Mirror Force, and Solemn Warning. These 2 are basically preventing huge summons or my opponent getting huge monsters. And this one, just to be on the safe side, if my opponent got a monster that is stronger enough to go over any cards, I will just use Mirror Force to basically waste their summons as such. And another reason I only run 3 trap is that many people thinking the next format is set 5 and set 5 and turn. No, I don't like that because I want the game to be fast. The next format, it is going to be a slow format. So I'm thinking of adding more spells and some searches, so start my play pretty early. Unless my opponent got like more traps to overcome that, but like I said, I don't like the game to be very slow. For example, you've set 5 and your opponent summon, you negate. Opponent summon, you negate, and I always have answer, and you are not going to play anything. That's pretty stupid. So yeah, and that's it for the main deck. And for the extra, I run 1 Startled Dragon for Violent Prism, 2 Constellar Pleiades. It's really broke to get it off on the field for at the first turn, because it's basically like a ver.U. It returns cards back to their owner's hand, and it's either player's turn, so it's really broken. I really hope they don't hit this card in the future. Next, Constellar Precipitate or Beehive. Basically, it's a small Kalut. And when a Constellar monster I control is attacking or being attacked, I can detach 1 expensive material from this card. That monster gains 1000 attack points. So if I only get this card on the field, I can attack and deal 3400 damage. So yeah, a really nice card. Next, I only run 1 Palame 7. In the original build, I run 2. But I think that Palame 7 is not seeing the light that much. Most of the time I only get out 1 and that's it. So I'm thinking, take out 1 and adding another, another rank 4th. So yeah, it's basically recycling. It returns monster from the graveyard or the field to the hand. And it's not either player's turn, so yeah. So, for example, after I used up their effects, their expensive material, I can overlay into this, wait for the next turn, and I can recycle my cards. Alright, next. Oh, also, it's getting limited, so I have no other choices. Next, I run 1 Daigusto Emerald. Since part of Avarice is going to be banned in the next format, I'm basically going to use this card as a recycle method, because this card will get a bunch of monsters in the graveyard. This deck will actually get a bunch of monsters in the graveyard. And next, I run 1 Bahamut, just for the reason that I have Evilswarms, and there are times that my opponent got a monster and I have like 4 or 5 Evilswarm monsters in my hand. Trust me guys, that happens a lot. I play a non-pure Evilswarm deck, and yet I have, like, for example, 2 Caster, 1 Ceresia, and 1 Mandragora in my hand. So yeah, it basically like Big Eye, only much more broken for Evilswarm. Next, Ophion. You run an Evilswarm deck and you should have this. Normal summon, Caster, then go for a rank 4 for Ophion. Detach, Pandemic. At least it can survive, then set it so it can at least survive for 2+ turns. And plus it's 2550 attack point. That extra 50 attack point is really helpful. It's just throwing out that guys. Like, many of the key monsters only have 2500 attack point. This one has 50 more. It's easy to, it's a really good monster to, run over stuff. Alright, next, Ouroboros. I only run 1, planning on running 2 if I get the chance. It's basically like a Dark Treasurer, only it has a different set of effect. I can detach 1 material to activate 1 of each, which is target 1 card my opponent controls, return that to the hand, or send 1 random card from my opponent's hand to the graveyard. And last one is banish 1 card in my 1 monster. No, never mind, it's 1 card in my opponent's graveyard and banish it. Plus, it's like 2750 attack point. It's really good rank 4. And since Constellar is able to spam rank 4s too, so it's also it's easy to get out Ouroboros just by Constellar. And next, I run Gaia the Thunder Charger. I only run 1. You guys know the use when you guys see this. Number 61 Volcasaurus. 2 level 5 detach 1 material, destroy my opponent's monsters, then inflict damage. But it cannot attack. Wait, let me see. It cannot attack directly, so I can, after its effect, then equally Gaia Dragon and give there a direct attack. Yeah, it's really cool combo that goes. Next, I only run 1 Maestro the Symphony DJ. I use it like a Book of Moon or like a rank 4 version of Wind Up. Kind of like, because, oh my god. Hold up. And we are back. I really hate the timeout thing on Dueling Network. They should extend it longer. I don't know why they made this in the first place. So yeah, let's continue this. Like I said, I run 1 Symphony DJ because when it's going to be destroyed, I can detach 1 material instead, and I can use its effect on my turn to detach 1 material, change 1 monster my opponent controls, and change that to face down defense position. So, most of the boss monsters, they tend to have high attack point but low defense, and I can basically use Dijin's effect, change them to face down defense, and attack them over. That is really good rank 4 there. Next, I run 1 Utopia, just for protecting my life points as such. Plus, it's 2500. If my opponent is open, I can just direct attack with this. And next, I run Stylish Paladinamo. I only run 1, and there's plenty light monster in this deck, and of course I'm able to get it in 1 turn if I want to, and if I get appropriate cards. So yeah, I can activate G5, detach 2 material, target 1 face-up monster my opponent controls, negate Z5, make attack 0, and attack them with 2000 damage. And plus, when this card is going to be destroyed, I can draw one more card. So it has a pretty decent effect. And last, I run one of the mains, just for the tour guide, protects my life points and such. And that's basically it for the extra deck. And now for the side deck, and this is where it gets interesting. People tend to say that side deck, you should run side that that kills other decks. For example, light impersonating mirror for agent, dark impersonating mirror for Evilswarm, and iron wall to stop banishing and such. I'm not into that. I'm more into like setting out some cards and setting in some cards so that my opponent don't know what I'm playing exactly. And this is where this deck gets really interesting. I run in my set 2 Constellar Algeti, 2 Constellar Leonis, 1 Constellar Rasa Hagul, 1 Constellar Sheraton, 1 Constellar Siat, 2 Ghost Ship, 2 Star Chart, 1 Star Cradle, 2 Shadow Impersonating Mirror, and 1 Fonta Popularitive. So yeah, Popularitive solely switching with the DJing. If I'm fighting against decks that sets, for example, Ghost Trick and such, although they still get their flip effect, but I mean I can still deal a lot of damage. But here's the thing, you guys see all those Constellar support cards and monsters? What I would do is, if my opponent most of the time see me using Evilswarm, and they know Evilswarm is going to be a big threat because Ophion basically don't let you play in your deck anymore if you run high level monsters. So what they would do was that they are going to set in Shadow Impersonating Mirror if they want to. But here's the thing, even if they set in the Shadow Impersonating Mirror, it won't do a thing, because I already set out all the Evilswarm monsters and added in the Constellar monster, making it pure Constellar deck. And let me tell you guys, it works great. It really does. 2 Shadow Impersonating Mirror solely because I switch with the tour guide. So in case my opponent is using Evilswarm 2, or somebody is using Archfiend and such. So yeah, this is one side I have, and I don't know if they allow this or not for one deck having 2 sides. Well, not using 2 sides in a match, that would be broken. What I tend to do is I either choose to run this side or another side, which is a side that I can set up all the Constellar monsters and send in the Evilswarm monsters. So yeah, as for the Evilswarm side, I have 1 Evilswarm Asa Tofu, 1 Evilswarm Capellia, 2 Evilswarm Harasvik, I cannot pronounce that, 2 Evilswarm Mandragora, 2 Evilswarm Lantern, 1 Evilswarm Salamandra, 1 Evilswarm Thunderbird, 1 Infestation Pandemic, 1 Infestation Infection, 2 Light Impersonating Mirror, and another Ophion. So yeah, it's basically the same thing I did with the Constellar side. I just take out all the Constellar monsters, set in the Evilswarm monsters, and take out all the supports for Constellar and add in the Evilswarm support. And I don't know, maybe take out, I don't know, I really don't know, tour guide for the light impersonating mirror if my opponent use Constellar. So yeah, for the side, my choices are kind of weird because let's face it, not everybody is able to buy a pure Evilswarm deck, so I only get cards I only use cards I have in real life, and this is from the cards I pulled from the Dual Terminal 7-pack boxes. So yeah, I run 1 Asatov. I kind of like its special summon with the bounce effect, because my opponent, this is a XYZ format, so they are bound to XYZ summon big monsters and attack you with it. And this one basically just bounce that special summon monster back. So yeah, and it got a decent defense point, 1950. So I guess it's pretty good. Next I run Constellar, only one. I kind of like its mind control like monster. I like mind control effect. So yeah, I can, I don't know, normal summon caster, then tribute caster to summon Constellar, and end my turn. If my opponent attacks over it, I take control of my opponent's monster until my end phase. I run 2 Evilswarm Hara. It's a simple bounce effect with a decent defense point, so I just set my opponent attacks it and see, oh, okay, I take some damage, then my monster's back to my hand. So he basically with big summons as such. Next, Mandragora is just spams the field if my opponent's just had a bunch of monsters on the field already. And then Old Lantern, because these cards I cannot destroy with spell cards, so I can use it tribute itself to destroy boss monsters and such, and attack over with, I don't know, more attack with other Evilswarm monsters. Oh, by the way, sorry if I'm talking weird and my sound is kind of off, because I really got a cold these days and I'm talking gibberish sometimes. Alright, so let's continue. I run 1 Salamandra. I really like its attack boost. And that's the only reason I'm put this in the side. Because I really like its 600 attack boost if I use its effect. And next I run 1 Thunderbird. I still don't know why everybody likes it so much. Maybe because if you get it out the first turn, you are guaranteed to have a rank for the next turn. But most of the time, I just normal summon XYZ rank 4. Most of the time, I just get that off. So I don't see why I need to run more Thunderbird than 1. Next, Pandemic. Since I got another Ophion in the side, switch with any of the Constellar monsters, I get you more searches. And Infection, in case my opponent targets my Evilswarm monster with effects for banishing it, I will just shuffle it back and I get to search a Evilswarm monster. A really good search card, I gotta say. Then the Light Infesting Mirror against Constellar cards and such. And so yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it for my updated version of my Ralletsnoc deck with 2 sides and a bunch of updated extra deck, since I get to actually pull them from boxes and such. Yeah, next format is not really looking bright. It's going to be a slow format. That's why I don't run, I don't run a lot of traps. I just run a bunch of monsters plus a bunch of spells to kind of having rank 4 every turn. So yeah, I've been playing this deck for a long time. Back then when when OCG land, or Japan you guys call it, when they first got the Star Knight dual terminal, I looked through the list. I really got this idea for a pretty long time, and was using this deck since then. It works really well, and I really like this deck to be a thing. I don't want it to be top tier. I just want it to be in place in tier 1, low tier 1 or high tier 2, because this deck really it kills spellbooks for some reason, and it defeats Evilswarm. They defeat pure Evilswarm, and they can win against pure Constellar, and they also kills the Elemental Dragon in the last format. So yeah, I really wish I can see this deck being tiers and such in the upcoming format, and I really wish it becomes a thing. That's pretty much it. Leave suggestion, leave comments in the videos under the video. I really like to see where I can improve with this deck. I'm starting to think I should run some 5-face monster for the gorilla or bear. But I'm not going to run bear if the price doesn't go down. I mean, $50 a card. That's already too much. And yeah, leave comments below, like, comment, subscribe, help Rebel Trial to improve his channel and such. Because we are just getting started and we are kind of new at this YouTube thing, and we are trying to get a bunch of good deck profiles and good duel videos and good box opening on his channel. So yeah, I'm still new at making videos, so sorry if I sound, I don't know what you call it, noobish, because you guys cannot hear clearly what I say, because I have this accent, Asian accent, because I'm Chinese and such, and it probably takes a long time for me to get used to how to pronounce clear English. And yes, sorry if I'm dragging this long a bit. Yeah, that's it. I don't really care if you guys net decking this deck if you guys want to, because people will definitely net deck and say, hey, I created this myself, and I really hate those kind of net deckers. So if you want to use that deck in any way, shape, or form, and your opponent asks like, wow, that deck, did you make it, or something like that, you shouldn't say you made it if you watch this video, because one, somebody already made it, and two, it's not your deck. You basically just net deck, and if you win if you win a duel using this deck, it doesn't mean you win, but instead it means the original creator won the game. So yeah, that's just my rant on the on the net deckers, because they just never gave credit to the original creator and such. So yeah, if you want to use this deck, just don't say you made it, because you are just copying off the internet. And I really like to see original deck being tiers in the future, because, well, I really hate people using the same deck. For example, this format is already stupid enough to see the championship, YCS over there, I forgot. There was 26 player, 26 duelists, and there's only 6 using spellbooks, and the rest 20 were using E-Dragon, and that's how stupid top tier works. So I really hope next format I can see like more rainbow colors, more original deck, more custom deck, not anything like, I don't know, everybody plays Constellar, or everybody plays spellbooks, or everybody plays Fire Fist. So yeah, I really have to end this. This is taking way too long. So yeah, guys, see ya. Like, comment, subscribe. Cannot stretch that enough. And see ya, guys.